Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Gust from Zentangle. Now this is probably one of the original 20 maybe. I know it's in the little booklet that I had in my first Zentangle kit, and it's a neat one. All right. Starts off. So it's funny because as I was doing this, I'm like, gosh, normally I'd probably split this the stroke up into a couple steps maybe, but I couldn't really find a great place to do that. So just hang along for the ride, I guess. Just kidding. So it has a loop in it, and it starts off with kind of an S shape going into a loop, and then kind of ending with an S shape, but you'll see here. And I'm going to do it on a diagonal. And then end with a little ball at the end, a little orb, filled in orb. That's it. And I'll tell you, I stared and I looked at it for a while, and I looked at it because I hadn't really tried it. It kind of scared me a little bit. And I wanted to put it in a booklet that for some classes that I just worked on, and and I was just like, well, let's just do it. And honestly, it's not hard. And again, in my mind, and if this helps you, because it's like, well, I can't really stop here because then you'd have it's easier to do it just in one swoop, and give it a try. Hopefully. I trust you can do this too. All right. And then, and at any point, you could leave that loop to loop open. They have it filled in. It's nice because it adds a bit of contrast, but that's an up to you thing. Then, coming from that same point, same idea, same stroke and everything, and just keep repeating it. Did I just do that backwards? No, I guess I didn't. And if you do it backwards, don't matter, right? Doesn't matter. All right. Now, well, I want to show you a variation of this in a moment, but this is how it is in my Zenthology, which is what they give CZTs. When we go through the training, it's got all of the tangles from Zentangle in the booklet. And at least, as of the time that, you're taking the CZT course. So let's make that a little bit more round. However, unfortunately, there is no For More Inspiration link because I don't think it's ever been where they've put it in a newsletter or anything. And, one of these things, I so worry about things getting forgotten, and it's like, no, we need to preserve. And so I wanted to share this because it is rather neat. So then this looks cool just like it is. And, like all things Zentangle, of course, you could stop there if you wanted to. But here's how they finish it off. Kind of in, 2 or more steps. It depends on how wide yours are. And that is with an aura. Actually, I'm going to turn it upside down. And... yeah, no, they aura all of it. So I'm going to come out here at my normal distance that I like to aura things at. And, yep. I was just checking. And this is one of those things where when you can find a place to kind of stop and pause that's comfortable, so that way then you can turn the tile. I do like to see the line that I'm auraing, so that's a lot of times while I will move the tile so that way I can see. So then come here. We really can't fit too much more down there, so I'm just going to come back and then continue aura. It's almost like one continuous aura all the way around. Get that there. And points like this where you can, like kind of coming in and then johnny back out, that's always a nice place to stop and regroup. And if you need to, stretch your hand a minute. It just depends on how much of this you've done, right? And if you stop just like I did right there, use the takeoff and land so you minimize that little bump that you see. So this also looks cool just as it is, but you can take it a step further, and as much as you can, aura the sections. I'm just going to do this side of them. And then we'll do over here. Let's see, yeah. And just, aura-ing that space. It kind of dipped down a little bit weird, but that's okay. We'll just call it right there because it's kind of open. And that's essentially it. So, you could have this go in, whatever direction that you wanted to. Although, there is a variation that I do want to share. And the way that they had it shaded was just kind of on the ends. So coming out of here. And of course, if you find a way that you like, great. Because there's a lot of stuff here that you can, where you could have fun. But this is just like doing the overall. And then, then they kind of did this end. Almost just right from those, from the orbs. Actually, I kind of like, let the ink dry a little bit. Because I could feel it tugging against the tortillon. It's kind of like what we would do the shine on something, right? We just bring it in. It kind of makes it curvy. But there's lots of other fun that you could have. But I wanted to share, this is the way that it was in my Zenthology. And then also, there's my pen. Okay. Also, you could go a little crazy. And sometimes I have trouble with the crazy, but that's all right. Gonna try to not think about it too much. And just come, let's just put some. And the one thing that they didn't do on this, they didn't cross any lines. They might have like this started at 1 and then ended close to 1, but they didn't really cross over any of the lines. So, and let's see, let's put, we'll have one going this way. Oops. And then the paper moved as I was doing this, and so, okay, I guess we're done with that one then. Oh, it needs another something somewhere. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So however you want to say fill your space, then you can. Same or similar, we're going to aura each of these. Well, and you know what? And not necessarily each of. Let's just start here. And where something is a bit close, kind of similar to what we did. Okay, get in the camera there. Here, where it's like, well, we're not going to make it all the way to the end, so just stop there and continue on to the next one. We'll do that similarly here, and I didn't fill these in as I go. Now, this is close. Let's just extend it a little bit, just because, let's make it touch. All right, there we go. And so here, and I love that we can just change our mind like that on a whim. It's all good. we're going to continue on this route. And I'm totally not following my own little nope, changing direction again, where I like to see where I'm going, right? And I'm not I don't have the pen in the way. Sometimes the rule just gets broke by me. It's my rule, I can break it. And then this is one where you just have to kind of remember, well, where did I... Because I have some underside here. We'll see if we just naturally come to it. Fill that guy in too. Well, since we did that up there, let's do the same thing here. Okay, we don't want it to be left out. Now, the challenge is all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've got all these lines. Oh, let me, that's bothering me. Let's just smooth that out. There we go. But, so you're essentially going to have, like here, 3 lines, and then you're complete. The original one, and then your auras. Yeah, on each side. Wait a minute. I'm being confused. This one came around. That was aura. Oh, I took the aura line in. Well, you know what? If that happens, just don't worry about it. All right, we'll come back to that. Wait a minute. Oh, because that's the original line. That's what should have been brought in. Then this should have gone around. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. Oh, here's what we'll do. We can just merge it in somewhere. Oh, like that. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so there might be 4 lines in some places. All right, well, let's see. And then somewhere this would have picked back up here. And yeah, like that. And then this one comes around, and meets up with that one. There we go. All right, it's lovely. Now, to shade this one, this is how they did it. Hopefully it'll make everything just look beautiful. So I'm putting graphite around the outside. Let's just get some of it first, maybe. Oops, that's... And yes, I stop and I start with the graphite, just because sometimes I just can't wait. It's silly. But to see how that's already kind of looking neat. And then let's bring that out a little bit. It's kind of stuck there. I don't like seeing my pencil lines. I like seeing gradient. And sometimes that's why it's nice to have a dull-ish pencil, and at least to kind of work on the side. If you dig straight in, then you're going to create that line. And this is on a Zentangle tile. Depending on the type of paper you're using, the smoother the paper, the more likely it seems like that the graphite won't want to move that much. That has been my experience. And I'm not, well, because we're leaving the actual tangle is essentially open, and so we're not going to have the graphite remorse. Some of these sections that are smaller, closer together, will be a little bit darker than the others, and that's okay. But this is kind of fun because if you just want something that's just, I don't know, free-flowing, a little wacky, and right back to where we started. Okay. And what's neat, well, even if you get some of it in, don't worry about it. It creates a neat background by doing this. It just adds to the interest. My thought, anyway. Yeah, and this, well, because of the size of the tortillon. Well, it is a little bit lighter because I'm just trying to hit it on, keeping the tip. Well, no, that just made it all gray. Keeping the tip on the the line you don't want to go over helps. Or the Rick has said the line that you want to have darkest, and to put your that's where you put the tip of your pencil or the tip of the tortillon. And it does help to do that. It does then make for a lot of, twisting around of the paper, but, yeah, but it works. Anyway, it's just kind of crazy neat. That's all. Just, it's interesting and nice that you can, have it be however you want. Sometimes if you just don't know what you want, oh, well, there's a good one to use. And as you can see, you could just, you can goof and it still works. It's Zentangle. It's all good. So, you know what? And it could have gone around a whole additional time too. And then met it up with where it should have met up. I don't know. Anyway, that's just funny. So if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, would love to have you, what? I just have to do this. Because there needs to be something on these. I'm going to put some little straight lines as I'm talking, because I like to have these things filled in personally. You see what it looks like now? Before, and then we'll see an after. So if you've enjoyed this, please click on the like button, and if you liked enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. So you can hit the subscribe button while you're hitting buttons. In that description section, you will find a link to the step out. And, I am going to do an additional search just in case I missed something. If I find something on this one, I will put it in there. Look at how neat that looks. I will put it in there just so you know. But, yeah, as of right now, I didn't find anything from Zentangle on this. And, that happens a lot. Sometimes they don't... they created these tangles a long time ago, and then they create new ones, and then, new ones get the attention, and it's all good. It's all good. I like that. You could fill something like this in, with orbs. You could fill it in solid if you wanted to. I think it just adds a neat extra bit of touch there. Oh, so fun. And while I'm thinking of that, there's no reason why you couldn't fill in these sections. I mean, you could, shade it this way, but you could create this, I don't know, we have to invent a name for this, but making a closed aura, making a section, that could be a lot of fun in there too. So, next time I do that, I think I'm going to do that with this, because I like that. All right, so anyway, description section, links to the step outs. Ways to connect with me if you wish. I do classes twice weekly, actually 4 times weekly, because I do them 2 times on each day, Tuesday and Thursday. I do an 11 a.m. and a 7 p.m. my time here in Michigan. And we do the same content, whatever the day is, it's the same content, both sessions. It's just a lot of fun. And, and then you get to try something a different way if you want to. We have a lot of people that come to both. Some that can't because it's like midnight wherever they're at. But, we have some that still come, even though it's midnight wherever they're at. It's just, it's so much fun. So come and join us. The Thursdays are free. I do have one on Tuesday that is also free. And I like to say, come and join us for free. And if you like it, then maybe you want to look at the paid classes that I have or the membership club that I have. But come and join us for free. Have fun. If you want to have a place, to join in the conversation of Zentangle and share your work, we'd love to have you there too. We have a private Tangle Addicts community Facebook group. The link is there also on the description section. So click that to join. There are 4 questions you have to answer to gain entry. And keeps out people that really don't want to be there and riffraff, it seems like. So, the bots or whatever, that are just, there to cause trouble. And it also sets the tone for the group, because there's, I want to have people that, want to join in and participate, and you don't have to participate, but, it's nice to have people that are at least, open to it and whatnot. So, all right, with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.